Hey look people, I'm Luckless, and this is going to be a Riotcraft server tour. I already did one of these server tours, but it was like 8 or 9 months ago, so the server has changed quite a lot since then, and I wanted to show the updated server, like what the server looks like now. As you can see, this is the staff wall, so I've got all the staff members here, including me in the top left there, admin Luckless. So this is what you see when you spawn. Obviously you're facing the other way, so you do /spawn, you spawn here, and then you'll see this information that this is a fun 24/7 server called Riotcraft. The owner is Kimmy Riot, who I'll put that link there in the description, as well as this one to the server site. This server has survival and faction worlds, so the main world is survival. And then there's also a faction world if you want to build a base and grief other bases, that you can like become allies and enemies to other factions and stuff. Please follow the rules, which I'll show you in a sec. To play factions type warp factions, simple enough, and plots cost 1,500. This server has economy, which is basically you can buy and sell stuff in the shop. I'll show you the shop as well, but first go on this is like if you stand on the pressure plate, you can go to a certain warp on the map. That's done by command blocks, if you know what they are. But these are the rules. Be respectful, be polite, no advertising, no griefing, no hacks and mods, no swearing or caps locks, no avoiding mute by using help hop, don't ask for ranks, listen to staff and have fun. Pretty simple rules that everyone must abide by. And this is like the server spawn area, so it's not just that little room that's the spawn. That would be a bit stupid, so we made this big dome. And I think the last time I did a server tour, the spawn was a dome as well. It has changed slightly. There is still like different ways out of the spawn. There's a portal area, you can see a portal through there, Nether portal. Over here we have a survival area. Survival is basically anywhere in this world that's not in the cities, like Kimmywood is a city, which I'll show you next. Riotcraft store, this is what I was talking about. If you go over there, there is a shop, and you can go in the shop and you can buy and sell items. So what you do when you first join the server is you would go into survival and you would try and find some blocks, try and find anything that you can sell really, and you'd come in here and you'll see what's on offer. Like if you wanted to plot, then you wouldn't buy the stuff here straight away. But if for instance you went into the survival and you dug a load of stone, and then you'd buy a plot. The plots, as you saw at the start, are 1,500, and you'd buy a plot first once you get enough money, and then you would need to have some money left over, or you'd have to get more money to be able to buy the actual blocks to build your house. So if you come in here and you sell like 64 stacks of stone, then you would have 64 money that you can come over here and you can buy a block of wool for that amount. You know, you can buy 64 blocks of wool to make your house, and it would be a very colourful house. So that's what I recommend you do anyway. The plots, they shouldn't take too long to save up for. You start off with 300 money, and then you have to get 1,500 to be able to buy a plot. So that's that. And over here we have Kimmywood. So as you can see, I've just come from spawn. Actually you can't see because it's not loaded, but yeah, this is Kimmywood. This is the main city on the server. It's kind of the only city. It's kind of debatable whether other places are cities or towns or anything, but this is like where you'd go to get a plot. And as you can see, there's loads and loads and loads of plots here. And this is the clock tower that I'm just going to show you because it might be relevant when I show you like the warp area later. It's just a bit of a awesome build that doesn't really do much. I think my plot shouldn't be too far away. I do have a plot here, even though I'm an admin. This is my plot that's just loading up now. And if you saw my old server tour, I had a town, and I don't have that anymore. I have this instead because I really couldn't be bothered to remake it. As you can see, I'm sorry, but Luckless is tired of remaking it. I lost that due to a server rollback or server reset or whatever you want to call it. But this is like a representation of my town that I made this instead of ever making it again. So as you can see, I've got like all the pixel arts that were around the wall of the town are now just miniature things like that, and these would have been plots. Someone just joined. There we go. So yeah, that's my plot. What I've been building recently, I've been building a mall. If you want to see all my builds, I've been putting everything that I built on Minecraft into a account on planetminecraft.com. If you don't know what that is, basically I can just list them all and show screenshot. So yeah, this is not actually finished yet, but it's meant to be a mall based on the Blue Water shopping centre. If you know what Blue Water is, it's in Kent. This particular build is, the complete layout of it is the same, but it's like a triangle kind of thing, but this side is curved, so it's not an actual triangle. It's a, I don't know what shape that is. It's like a piece of cake in the middle here. This is going to be a garden in here. It's not finished, as I said, but you can see my progress on this on my Planet Minecraft account, which I'll put in the description, and a couple of other builds I've made. This is a Monopoly board, so you go and then you go all the way around the Monopoly board. This isn't actually functionable either. You can't really play Monopoly on this unless you use real life money, real life dice and real life cards and stuff. So this is the Monopoly board that I randomly made just for it to look nice. I've made some pixel arts. I do still make pixel arts. I did kind of stop from making pixel arts since I lost all the ones that were around my town. I was a bit sad face and stopped making pixel arts, but I kind of got back into making them. And that is a youngster from Pokemon Black. I think it's both Black and White 1 and 2 that have these characters. I have made 4 of them so far. This is the female youngster, and then over here is the male school kid, and finally is the female school kid, which I think the skirt is a bit way too short, but that's just how it is in the game. So I just made those pixel arts. I'm hoping that eventually I can make all the NPCs in the game in Pokemon Black, but that's a long way off, and it's just a bit of fun just to make this. This is JC's town, or JC's city, whatever you want to call it. I'm not sure. It's just a place for the rich, is how it's described. And basically these aren't normal plots. This is another admin that made this, called JC, and JC makes all the houses, but he doesn't make the interior. So you can buy a house and then you can decorate the inside for yourself, and he's made some really good houses here. That's why I wanted to show you it, and also because he might get a bit angry that I only show my own stuff in these server tours and not anyone else's. I'm going to show Mit's pics as well, which I'll explain in a sec, but these are just some pretty nice houses right here. It's looking pretty good with like all the houses next to each other. I come here and it's like, is there a new house here? Not really. And then sometimes there is like one new house. It takes a long time for him to make these houses, but it's self-explanatory why that is, because the houses are epic. And yeah, it's just a really good city. So this is Mitspix, and there is an Espeon there, and a Pikachu with a Santa hat, Santa suit. There's loads of pixel arts here, so I'm not going to name them all, but a lot of them are very pink. I noticed that when I first saw this. And girly is probably the best word, because they're not all pink, they're pink and orange and yellow and baby blue. Squirtle and Bulbasaur there. And because I noticed this, he does requests that you can do. You can request for him to make a certain pixel art, and I requested that he made something manly. Something that's not so girly, and I chose Haxorus. So he made Haxorus for me. So he's actually got a bit of a manly kind of Pokemon amongst all the girly Pokemons. And I think he made like loads of Pikachus over here. But yeah, that's Mit's pixel art. Mittent, I should say, is the guy that made it, the admin. And yeah. If you want to access stuff really quickly, you can walk to landmarks, and this is like it's kind of similar to, I made the Ministry of Magic on the old server, and that was like different portals to different places. This is also portals to places, so it's kind of similar, but it's kind of like a brick version that's a lot smaller, and yeah, it's I wouldn't say it's bad, because it's not, but it's worse than the Ministry of Magic when I made it. Anyway, that's the walk to the clock tower, which I already showed you in Kimmywood. There is a giveaway room, which we do giveaways if you vote for the server so many times on this site, nitropano.com/servers/id/3012. If you go there and you vote for the server, if we get so many votes, we do a giveaway on the server, and we can drop items for people, for like, we get everyone to walk to the same place, and we drop items, we drop XP potions and stuff. There's a PvP arena, and we have many PvP arenas on the server, so yeah. That's just the official one that everyone uses. This is Kimmywood, which I've already shown you. The shop, which I've already shown you. No warps over here. I haven't showed you that yet. I'll show you that in a sec. But Hall of Fame is right there. I'm not going to show you the Hall of Fame in this video. Sorry Gam, sorry Andy, but I don't have time in the video to show the Hall of Fame. Location Hotel, which is also one of Gam's creations, which I will show you that. I will show you that, okay? I won't show you the Hall of Fame because that's something personal. Like, if you actually go on the server, you will be able to see it anyway, and it's like, if you don't know the people in the Hall of Fame, there's no point showing you it. But I'll show you the hotel, and then I'll show you my other thing. My other two things, actually. There's two things that I haven't shown you still that I made. This is the hotel that Gamer King made, who is also an admin. If you see him talking, there is Gammy right there. That is him, that is who made this. And yeah, this is a pretty good build that I also helped with. That's not actually complete yet either. I don't know why I keep showing you builds that aren't complete yet. It probably would have been best if I showed you the Hall of Fame instead, but I think the bottom floor is complete, so I'll give you like a taster. Like, this is what the floors will look like on all floors. So it's got like rooms over here, and if you buy a room you can build in that room. There's a flower over here. Flowers, huh? Who bought this room? Adam? Adam bought this room, and he's got like a, what is that, a TV? Huh. Okay. He's watching Jesus Christ apparently. I don't know why I'm showing you a particular person's room, but that's just an example. You can just build in that room. and it's your room basically. Also, the thing that I want to show you is a bit of a shock that I've actually almost forgot about when I was doing this. This is the reason that I wanted to do the server tour again. Do you recognise this? If you saw my tour from 8-9 months ago, this was on there, but it wasn't this actual version of it. This is a remake of the first map ever on the server. So when you first join the server, you would spawn in this plane. This is what it is, it's a plane. And you would go down there. One sec, I'll just show you a good view of the plane. It's very nice, and it has right air on it. That I'm really glad with how that came out. But basically, you come down here and it's a jump, try and land on the target, and you land on that target, and then you would climb up the beach, and this used to say Kimmywood, as you saw the sign from the main city. It now says Retrowood because I made it. It's not the original Kimmywood. I remade it completely, and I just looked back at old server tour videos and I remade all the buildings. So that's the help room. There's the old store, what the store used to look like. Really small compared to the new one now. There's a bank. There is the Riot Club, which I don't know what the hell goes on in there. Food store. There is a smithing store and a big clock tower that's got Tetris on it. That's pretty cool. There's some statues, statue of Harry Potter and Kimmy Riot's old skin. There's the Odeon, which is a cinema with some listings in here. And yeah, it's basically a movie theatre. Go sit on the top row and you can see a very nice view of the cinema. There's a food farm out here. HMV. I don't know what the hell that is. But I just noticed it on one of the server tour videos, so I remade that. This is actually a new thing, because I remade all the plots here, but I didn't want to remake everyone's like old houses, so I gave them away to people on the current server. This house here is like someone's home on the current server. It wasn't in the old map, and it's same with these plots. That big water glass thing wasn't there in the first map. Something that was in the first server tour though is my Nintendo 64 house, which I completely remade, and I've also put this on my Planet Minecraft account. If you want to download this particular build, I have put a schematic of it on Planet Minecraft, and you can go in here and it's all the same inside, complete with a bathroom, and you know, it's got a toilet there and a sink and a shower and a bedroom. Climb up here, there is a bedroom here, as it was on the original thing, the original map. And if you walk into the shower, you can exit out here. This Retrowood, this remake of the old map, isn't complete. You can't really make all of it because it's not all on video, but we're kind of in the process of making Kimmy's Mansion again. I already made the Space Invader maze, and this would be the place that had YouTube that was wrong across it. Like they tried to do the YouTube logo, but then they did it wrong, and I'm going to remake that as well. Over here we have what would be a big tower that had a zombie in it. The closest footage I've seen of this is actually just a picture of it that I've got as my desktop background. I'm not going to show you that, but yeah, it's like a big glass building with a zombie in it, as I said. And this is a PvP arena, which you can actually use if you want, but there isn't. I'm not going to remake the big glass box that was inside it because that looks really bad. And somebody's been through here. I didn't open these doors. I'm going to go through here anyway, and there was these dispensers that you could get your prize if you win in PvP, and then you'd walk out and be a champion. The VIP area, which I've actually not remade the fully built version because that's not been in any of the server tours that I've seen, but in Patch's server tour, or the Dark Hattie, they were making this as he was doing the server tour, and this is the stage that it got to in that video, so this is the stage that it's at on the server now. You know, when Kim accidentally TP'd everyone to this point, this is what the VIP area looked like. So that's how I've rebuilt it, and I may or may not actually rebuild that completely. And there is one last thing that I want to show you on the server, which is my latest build, which is if you walk to Monstercat and you come here and it says look down there, guess what's going to be down there? It's a Monstercat! Yay! Okay, so this is a pixel art as well that I made, that basically I got the inspiration from the music that Monstercat makes, and the fact that I made this logo in Black Ops 2 as well. Kind of, I don't know, maybe I'm going to try and make it in as many games as possible, but yeah, I just made that, so I'm not going to not show it. And that's the end of the server tour, so if you enjoyed, please leave a like rating, or a comment, or both, or a favourite, or whatever you want to do. And if you like the look of the server, come join us at mcrightcraft.com, and this is Luckless signing out.